Well, we're back at Wrigley Field, Chicago, a 4-2 ball game. Cubs over the Padres. And Gonzalez to lead things off. He'll be followed by Sanchez and then Hernandez. Cubs got 3 in the first inning, 1 in the third to open the 4-0 lead. San Diego 2 unearned runs against Traxel in the 4th inning.
Cubs would love to build their lead here with Gonzalez, Sanchez, and Hernandez.
Gonzalez walked back in the first inning. He flied to left field in the third. Berumen on in relief of Williams, who surrendered all 4 runs, all 4 earned runs, walked 3, allowed 5 hits in 3 innings. Two and 2 on Luis Gonzalez. Yeah, young ladies all ages enjoying this one here today. A long day of baseball.
At least the weatherman cooperated after a tough day yesterday and a little rocky start this morning. It has cleared off nicely and it's become very pretty around Wrigley Field.
Again fouled out of play. Well, later tonight in the National League, it'll be Colorado at Florida. Marlins trying to sweep the Rockies out of town. Montreal at Houston. Expos trying to do the same to the Astros. Butch Henry against Doug Drabek. Broken bat. Pop up, and Reed won't get there. It falls into center field, a base hit.
Well, that makes up for the line drive that Louis hit in the 3rd inning that went right at Phil Plantier. So he shatters the bat. Hits it hard enough to dump it into center field, and a good start to the 5th inning. This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Chicago National League Ball Club, which has a right of approval of the announcers and is intended solely for the private non-commercial use of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Chicago National League Ball Club is prohibited.
Sanchez, the hitter, after the leadoff single by Gonzalez. Reactivated from the disabled list yesterday. Flied to right field in the first inning and an RBI single to right center, scoring Grace in the 3rd. Ball 1 away. St. Louis and the Dodgers get together tonight. Hideo Nomo shoots for his 10th win against 2 losses. Mets are in Philadelphia, and the rubber game of that clash of division leaders in Atlanta. Cincinnati and the Braves. John Smiley 11-1. Tom Glavine 10-5. Runner goes, swung on and missed. Throw to second by Ausmus is not in time.
Berumen takes a long time to get rid of the ball, and that's all it took for Luis Gonzalez to get the good jump and the extra steps, stealing his 4th base of the year, and the swipe tag misses him.
Gonzalez forced steal in 11 attempts. Sanchez bunts, and it's caught by Ausmus. Outstanding play by the much underrated San Diego catcher.
You don't hear much about Brad Ausmus, but he's as quick as any catcher in the league, and he makes a fine play here. Bad bunt by Sanchez. The Cubs fail to move Gonzalez to 3rd with nobody out, and now he's at 2nd with 1 out. Excellent effort by Ausmus.
Jose Hernandez is flying to right field and bounced into a fielder's choice, leaving 2 on, ending the 3rd. Cubs 4, San Diego 2. We're in the bottom half of the 5th. Coming into second base was Jody Reed, trying to keep Gonzalez close, and Berumen backs off the rubber. Ball one to Hernandez. Jose did not appear in game one. Sean Dunston went the distance at shortstop. Sean went 0 for 3, stole a base, and put down a sacrifice. Gonzalez taking his lead at second base. 1-0 to Jose Hernandez. High and in, 2-0. Cubs trying to end a 3-game losing streak. Dropped the finale of that St. Louis series, a game they should have won. The opener in the series against San Diego here on Tuesday night. Close ball game through and through. And then a number of mental mistakes in the first game of this doubleheader, a 3-2 loss.
It's a good thing that Brad Osmus couldn't come up with a handle of that one, because Jody Reed had snuck behind Gonzalez at second base, and Osmus was ready to load it up and gun it down there.
And you brought up earlier, he has a good arm.
Not only a good arm, Tom, but he's got a very quick release. He's accurate, and he's very tough to run against. So they decide to intentionally walk Hernandez and take their chances with Joe Camac.
Berrumen's third walk in an inning and a third. Camac has popped to short and drawn a walk. Gonzalez a runner at second base. Hernandez on at first. 1 out. And a 4-2 Cub lead here in the bottom of the fifth. Camac waits in the pitch. Is fouled away. He's down a strike.
And once again, Osmus was going to throw to second, so Gonzalez has got to be careful. Jody Reed keeps going to the bag. Gonzalez was a third of the way down. If Camac doesn't make any contact, they're going to pick Louis off second.
Two on, 1 down, and it's 0-1 to Joe Camac. Now 0-2 as he fouls it back. 0-2 to Camac. And it hit him in the back.
Another 0-2 mistake by Berrumen. And this one might just do him and the Padres in. 0-2 again. And for the second time, he hits a Cub. It was McRae in the fourth. And from the Southwest Airlines Plainview camera, we'll take a look at a back burger for Joe Camac. But he gets on. And that loads him up for Steve Traxel.
We mentioned earlier, Traxel swings the bat quite well. Came in batting .257. He's grounded to short and laid down a sacrifice bunt. Gonzalez at third, Hernandez at second, Camac on at first. And Berrumen out of the stretch. Swung on and missed.
Well, managers love to see those 0-2 hit batsmen. Bruce Bochy, in his first year of big league managing, has a full head of dark hair. But if that continues much longer, he's going to look a little like Harry before this year is out.
0-1 to Traxel. And he made contact, fouled it back out of play, and now Berrumen has him around the neck. So you would normally think, although the way things have gone 0-2 for San Diego pitchers today, he may as well be behind 3-0.
Well, if I were Traxel, I'd put on the catcher's gear, because I'd expect one to be right in around the ribs.
0-2 to Traxel. And the pitch. Fouled away, stays alive. The bases are loaded.
There's a young lady that stayed around for the twin bill. She wants to see the Cubs win the second game. Oh, 2 again. Puts the ball in
play to center field. Should be deep enough to bring in the run. Gonzalez tags, throw goes to third. And in safely sliding there is Hernandez, scoring Gonzalez. And Traxel is second RBI of the year. It's a 5-2 Cub lead here in the fifth.
Padre pitching doing a lot of things wrong. One of them getting the ball up 0-2 to the pitcher. And a good heads-up play as Hernandez advances. Traxel drives home the fifth run. The Cubs lead by 3. And all going well.
Well, here's a situation where the Cubs have not come through. A chance to really bury a team early in the game. You get a hit, an extra base hit right here. And you have a chance to do just that. It's only a 3-run game right now. Hernandez at third, Kamak at first. Base hit left field. Scoring is Hernandez. McRae is second hit. And the Cubs now lead by 4.
RBI 34 for Brian McRae as he goes the opposite way, something he's done all day today. So past the drawn in Ken Caminiti at third. And his second hit of the second game to go with 2 doubles in the first game. So quite a day for Brian McRae.
Howard Johnson is singled, scored, fly to center, and popped to short. A 2-run fifth for the Cubs in a 6-2 lead. Strike one. Into left field, another base hit. They're going to wave Kamak. And Plantier bobbles the ball in right field. Throw way offline and a 7-2 Cub lead.
Hojo getting a chance to start the game today, and he's responded with a couple of hits. That's his 12th batted in as he gets a high fastball. Punches it in the left field. Every chance the Cubs get, they're going to run on Phil Plantier. And they do again right there, and it's a 5-run Cub lead. Valone's starting to loosen up. He's the man acquired in the Andy Bennis trade, or one of the men acquired.
Now Ausmus going to come out to kill a little bit of time as the left-hander Valone gets loose in the bullpen.
Ron Valone earned his first major league victory Wednesday night versus San Francisco, working 2 scoreless innings with a walk and 3 strikeouts. He was acquired along with Mark Newfield on July 31st. Andy Bennis going to the Mariners.
And Mark Grace looks at a strike. 3-run innings so far. Cubs have opened the margin to 5 at 7-2 over San Diego. 2 balls and a strike. Count even now to Grace at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sammy Sosa waiting on deck. Arnie Harris's favorite guy. Arnie, the guy who gave him a nickname of Sam. Well, maybe a little defensive replacement. Todd Haney getting loose. Grace lifting that ball in the deep right center field. Finley at the wall. It's off the aisle. McRae scores. Johnson behind him. Grace going to third. Safe with a 2-run triple. Ball gets by, but a screen knocks it down. And a 9-2 Cub lead here in the fifth.
Mark Grace has driven in 4. He's walked 5 times today, and he now has 67 driven in. And the ballpark just barely holds this one. Finley going back. The ball hits high off the wall. Both runs score. Andres Baruman is being pounded here in the 5th. And it's all Cubs.
Sammy Sosa, the 9th man to bat in the inning. Sammy a swing and a foul ball back. Mark Grace with a 2-run triple. And Sammy a fly ball into deep right field. Making the grab is Cianfrocco to end the inning. 5 runs in the 5th. We go to the 6th. A 9-2 Cub lead.
Introducing. Oh, and right after that, we had to stop production on my first ad as owner of Mint Mobile because, So instead of an epic ad, I created an epic slide. Mint Mobile is premium wireless for just $15 a month. Crazy, right? See, slides can be compelling. Ooh, thank you, slide. Oh, the Mint Fox.
A 9-2 Cub lead at the end of 5. So Steve Traxel, a little larger margin of error now with his team in front by 7. Todd Haney is taking over at third base for Howard Johnson. Well, a paid crowd today for this doubleheader at 28,416. Steve Traxel trying to win just his 2nd game during better than a year and a half as a Cub. His only win at Wrigley Field, Chicago, came last season when he beat Cincinnati 5-2 on May the 4th. He has lost his last 11 decisions here in Chicago.
I got to figure a 7-run cushion has got to feel real comfortable for Steve Traxel, who hasn't had many of these leads this year. And the 2 runs that he's given up have been unearned, coming in the 4th inning after 3 straight hits. So coming right back at you in your living room. Whoa.
One and 2 to Livingstone, and it missed tying away. Counting it up. He'll be followed by Cianfrocco and Brad Ausmus. Hernandez on to Grace. 1 away to open the San Diego 6th. Cianfrocco has bounced to third, singled and scored a run. And a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Pirates have scored 4 runs in the top of the 7th inning, but trailed the Giants at Candlestick at the end of 7. 7-4. That's been that kind of a day here at Wrigley Field. We started 12:05 Central Time in the afternoon, and here we are 5+ hours later in Game 2. Hit well in a deep right center field. McRae won't get to this one. No one will. A home run to the basket in right center by Cianfrocco, and that makes it a 9-3 Cub lead.
That one just comes back onto the field as Cianfrocco has hit his 3rd, his 18th driven in. And Traxel, who had avoided throwing the long ball all day today, throws his 16th home run of the year. That one just barely making it.
So now it'll be Brad Ausmus. He is grounded to second base, knocked in a run with a single to center field off Traxel in the fourth. Strike one. Steve Pegues has just hit a 2-run home run in the Pirate 8th after Jeff King hit a grand slam in the 7th. The Giant 7-0 lead is down to 1 run at 7-6.
How about Jeff King yesterday becoming the first Pirate since 1894 to homer twice in the same inning. Not bad.
Well, it doesn't surprise me it's been that long. Doesn't surprise me at all.
You don't think it's that easy a thing to do?
I think statistically, if you had to put odds on it, it would be one of the hardest things to do, the longest odds of anything I can think of in baseball.
Except maybe what Cal Ripken is trying to do to break Lou Gehrig's record.
Yeah. Actually, I think somebody figured up one time. I remember reading a magazine article where they actually put odds on various records of all kinds in various sports. And the one that had the longest odds of ever being broken is the Joe DiMaggio hitting streak.
I thought Arnie picking up a dinner tab. I would think that the odds would be much longer than DiMaggio's streak.
You have a point there. Ball forward, Osmond. Well, you know, you shouldn't talk so loudly.
I mean, Pete Rose got to 44 games. It was knocking at the door before Gene Garber threw a couple of changeups. So he was pretty close. But we'd still be in St. Louis if I waited for Arnie to pick one up there.
You mean St. Louis from '87?
Yes. Mike Perez loosening up in the pen. The Cubs have a big lead, but Jim Riggleman doesn't want to see it slip away.
9-3 game. Cedeno fouling it back. He knocked in a run with a single to left center in the fourth. On Andujar Cedeno. 1 on, 1 out, 1 in. And the pinch hitter Melvin Nieves has moved to the on deck circle and would bat for Andres Berumen. Well, you don't want to give this San Diego team a start. They have been scoring a lot of runs of late. That ball in the air, right center field, playable for McRae. 2 down, and Ausmus returns to first base. So Nieves will bat for Berumen.
Nieves came on and played right field in the first game. After pinch hitting in the 8th, he grounded out and then made a fine play in right field on a sinking line drive. So the young man is one of the holdovers from the trade for Fred McGriff coming over from Atlanta. And they keep predicting stardom for Nieves. He hasn't showed it yet, but he's still a very young man. Hitting it 188 overall with 7 home runs and 23 batted in.
0-1 high and away. Berumen only hung around 2 innings, allowed 4 hits, 5 runs all earned. He walked 3, 1 intentionally, and hit 2 batters. And followed Brian Williams' start. He only lasted 3 innings, allowed 5 hits and 4 earned runs. 1-1 to Nieves. Cub batters have drawn 6 walks and been hit twice.
And that's pitch number 100 for Steve Traxel.
Perez still getting loose in the bullpen as it goes to 2-1. Steve Finley waits on deck.
That's a balk. You can step back off the mound, but see, Traxel went over there for whatever reason I don't know, because he's got a huge lead, and Mark Grace with a huge lead was nowhere near first base. And there you see it. There's nobody there, so it goes as a balk.
Well, there's a case where you think Traxel's becoming such a habit of throwing over to first base. And clearly Grace is not going to hold a guy on with a 9-3 lead in the 6th. 2-2 the count. He had nobody to throw the ball to.
Paul Runge was close to the play.
I don't think Paul's wearing Cub blue and white today.
No, he was not going to make the stop. So you have your choice. Both of them probably equally as far from the bag. And Traxel held up.
3-2. Oh, they called it strike 3. The image didn't